All right, I'm here with the legendary coach and legendary NASCAR owner, Joe Gibbs, who, of course, is going into the NASCAR Hall of Fame. And Coach Gibbs, first of all, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, Donald. Getting a chance to speak to you, and I just found out you're a Redskin fan. I'm all fired up.
Big-time Redskins fans. We'll talk a little bit more about that. What is it? I mean, you're already in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, 3 Super Bowls. What does it now mean to be inducted into the NASCAR Hall of Fame?
Well, when you get something like this and you think about it, for me, my entire life has been teams. And I found that I was a very poor athlete, so I made up my mind I was always going to be in team sports, not individual sports. And if you do that, you can kind of hide on good teams and get some of the credit when you win. And I've done the same thing in NASCAR, really. We got great people, over 500 people there working at our race team, and they've done the work, and then I get shoved up front. But I've been so blessed. I know I'm one of the most, luckiest people in the world because I've been able to enjoy 2 great times in my life and careers, football and racing. Most people in life never get one, and I've got 2. So I realized how fortunate I am and how many people it took to get me here.
And then also, I mean, with that, going in with Tony Stewart and Bobby Labonte, who were 2 of, I guess, your first and second drivers, as a matter of fact, when you got into this.
Yeah. Those 2 guys, first of all, they gave us 3 of our championships, Bobby the first and then Tony with 2. And I got so many memories of those guys and fun things we did, and a few intense things with Tony. But we joke about that all the time. But I think the fact that those 2 guys, really what's happened in racing, when you get in it, I originally met with Interstate Batteries. We didn't have a driver. We didn't have a race shop or anything. And so when we recruit and get going with your drivers and everything, to have those 2 guys, they really had a lot to do with building our race team and getting wins and us being able to get sponsors. So they were a big part of our history.
How does one go from winning 3 Super Bowls and being a Hall of Fame football coach to getting into NASCAR?
Well, like I said, I'm probably the most fortunate guy in the world. When we were enjoying football, and our whole family did, both J.D. and Coy played in college, and Coy played at Stanford and everything. And then, we all enjoyed football. I was coaching it. And so as we grew up in that world, the 2 boys, though, as they came along, J.D. and Coy, they were all on everything that had a motor. They were on it. Go-karts, jet skis, motocross bikes. And so we would go to races. We loved races. I had hot rods and stuff when I was a teenager growing up in Southern California. And so the farther we went, the boys said, hey, Dad, can we, we'd like to start a race team. And it was really a dream. And we put a dream on a sheet of paper. We didn't have anything. And visited Norm Miller at Interstate Batteries in Dallas, and he said, let's do this. And so that's kind of our history. Our history was we were in football, all the fun things in football, but all of us love motorsports, and the 2 boys were always involved with something, racing something. And so that's really kind of our history.
Wow. So I would assume that same drive, as it were in football, you brought that to NASCAR. I mean, 3 Super Bowl champions, 4 NASCAR Cup Series championships.
Well, I think it's teamwork. And what I found the whole time I was in football, grew up in it, I was more the technical person over there because you design plays, call plays, and be the coach. When I moved to racing, that I did not grow up in racing. I wasn't a technical person. So with the race team, I tried to pick the people, keep the sponsors happy, and I told everybody my biggest thrill is to try and pay the bills the first of every month. So a different role. But I found that both those worlds are so close to each other because they all evolve around people, competition, and if you get the right people together, you're going to be successful.
The Super Bowl championships, any one of them, 3 of them, 3 different quarterbacks, any one of them more special than the other?
No, I don't really think so. I mean, it's hard. You can't separate those, all for different reasons. Obviously, our first one with everybody, Joe Theismann, but the thing I like to emphasize, we played great defense and great special teams those years. We were well balanced. So the first one was the first one, and that's so special and everything that goes there. And the second one was when we had the great second quarter there, down 10-0, and Doug Williams' story and everything that was wrapped into that. And again, our defense did such a great job for us and teams. And then the last one, 91, was with that team just had a real closeness to it. And I think if you look at all three of them, totally different, a thrill. You couldn't express, I try and express what that meant to us, and you can't. They're just all special and different, and loved every minute of it, and it was a thrill.
How are you? I mean, obviously you're into this. It's going well for you. I mentioned 4 Cup Series championships. You don't have any plans to five Cup Series championships. You don't. I don't want to short you. I don't want to short you, Coach Gibbs. No plans to retire anytime soon, right?
No, I think they'll probably carry me out. I don't know what I'd do, really. I can't go home because Pat don't want me hanging around there. But I just love being a part of the action. I love, honestly, every weekend we go to the racetrack and trying to compete against the best race teams in the world, try and win, the thrill of that. I don't think I would ever be happy if I'm not involved in something competitive that you're trying to accomplish something. I think that's kind of my world.
An absolute honor for me as a Redskins fan, and then, of course, the success that you're having in NASCAR. Congratulations on the induction and continued success in all you do.
Thank you, Donal. I appreciate it.